I feel like when it comes to free will, it's basically what it is. I feel like we stress ourselves out feeling like we're doing something wrong or feeling like, oh, this is the right way to do it rather than this. My thing is, if you end up experiencing things in your life that probably wasn't as wise, it was because you were in the state of being gullible, naive, basically needing to learn a lesson. And as you know, with your experiences, lessons are just as grand as blessings. It brings forth wisdom. So I wanted to get more messages on this energy as well as from your spiritual team or God, if you believe in that or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to be tapping in with these sweet love tea oracles and some tarot cards. So let's get into it. Oh, before, I channeled this message when I was by myself, quiet, walking my dog, and it gave me room to just think. I seen the angel number 9 and 4, which I've been seeing for the past couple days, and sometimes I add the numbers up together, sometimes I look at them individually. And with the number 9, I noticed that it means completion for a lot of people, especially in numerology. And when it comes to 4, a lot of people tie it to stability, especially in tarot. So I just, based on my own experiences and beliefs, that's how you create your reality, based on your beliefs. So I ended up having this download that it's not necessarily that you're going the wrong way, making a wrong choice. Sometimes, the things that happen to you in your life is sometimes because we give ourselves that karma, because, karma is basically cause and effect, based on the choices you make. So when it comes to, well, what is my spiritual team wanting me to do? What is da-da-da? This is not their life. A lot of your ancestors been there, done that, so they can empathize with you a lot. That's why I feel like, talk to your spiritual team, your angels, your ancestors. A simple prayer could go a long way. But basically when I seen that energy, and it was most definitely in the form of relationships, it's almost like if you're wanting to do something, go for it. If you're wanting to pursue something, go for it. But I just feel like you need to make sure that it's not basically, yes, I'm doing this right, no, I'm doing this wrong. Well, I don't think I meant to say it like that, but basically, you create your life. Your choices are your choices. If you decide to have an abortion, who's to say that you're doing something wrong, right? If you decide to keep the pregnancy, who's to say that you're making an unwise choice? You are the God of your life. You determine what you do in your life and how the outcome will be based on your choices you make. So I feel 100% that a lot of things that you experience can be both blessings and lessons, right? And as we said earlier, lessons most definitely can be a blessing in disguise, because that's how you grow. That's how you basically, I was going to say evolve, but that's the same thing. That's basically how you learn and obtain wisdom anyway, based on your experiences. And a lot of times the hard times, the difficult times, you making that choice of marrying the wrong person or whatever the case may be, I feel like it led you to who you are today. A lot of things that you've done. So know that regardless of where you go and how you get to your destination, that you will end up coming into the version of yourself that you were always meant to come into, just based on your own free will. And maybe karma, I meant to say destiny or fate, can most definitely be a thing. So don't think of it as, and I know I said this message before, that God is saying, oh, you're doing this wrong, or hey, go this way, this is the right way. I feel like you have free will for a reason, but to help you when it comes to navigating in this world with your free will, when I seen the number 9 for completion and the number 4 for stability, say for instance, if we're talking about a relationship, if you want to continue that relationship, you need to make sure that, is it in my best interest, mind, body, and soul wise, because this is a journey obtaining inner peace. Like, it's a lot of things that happen in this world within your own personal lives and outside of your life. It's a lot of chaos. And you want to create a life for you that's breaking generational curses and, filled with growth and actually bliss. So, are you going to stress yourself out? Are you going to worry yourself to death? Come into different beliefs that may resonate with you, may not. Take this message how it resonates as well. If it doesn't apply, let it fly to the next person. But when I seen that energy, it made me think, and I'm going to tie this to a relationship. Is it a good idea for you to, or is it in your best interest, mind, body, and soul wise, to disconnect romantically from a relationship so that it can be more harmonious? Because maybe it's not working out when there's romance involved, right? Maybe it's not working out. Even if it's like, maybe this is a platonic connection. Maybe there's boundaries that needs to be set. Maybe there's a lack of empathy or support. It really all depends. You have to determine what's best for you. Not if you feel like you're holding yourself back, if you feel like there's more for you to experience in relationships, and there's people just overstaying their welcome in your life, that's for you to determine, not anyone else. And I feel like, quite frankly, you've been given the opportunity to actually go about life how you want. So if you feel like someone is not for you, because maybe it's been projected on you, then you're going to feel like people are not for you and you probably should rid them from your life. Versus other people who feel like, oh no, you give people countless amounts of chances even if they do you wrong, because love is love, and boom, boom, then that's going to be your motto. So I feel like you should just take what resonates for you and what's more healthier for you, right? So either you can leave a connection, whether it's permanently or energetically, right? You just pull away, you set boundaries to where it becomes more stable and harmonious, right? So you would choose to either cut them off permanently, as I said earlier, or you would choose to release them romantically, or, set more boundaries if it's platonic. And if that doesn't work, then maybe you go towards, other demands. But regardless, I hope I'm not rambling. I was going to pull cards in the situation, but it seems like that I don't really need to pull the cards. Be mindful that cards are just, tools. I was really going to use it to confirm everything I'm saying, to add on, even. But I probably not use the cards. The microwave stopped a few seconds ago, so I'm about to go eat those noodles. But that's basically the message that I had. It was more shorter than this. We're already on 8:08, 8 minutes and 8 seconds. 888 could be very significant. It's currently 9:51 p.m. and today is May 20th, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and just be happy. Do things that don't stress you out and don't cause you worry. And if there's something that you're doing and it's in that aspect of stressing you out and causing you worry because you're this emotional idolist who's sensitive, or you take things personally because you're a deep feeling individual, then you just need to choose your battles, right? You wouldn't want to indulge in things that's gonna cause you anxiety or worry. So if that means not being romantically involved, cutting certain people off, or shifting the relationship a bit with self-discipline, and help in the situation, right? Because for a lot of you guys, you may be wanting to stay in a connection that you've been contemplating on leaving. Now, if that's what you want to do, if you want to leave it permanently behind, you do that. But if there's something in you that wants to keep it around, then maybe try taking a different approach, which is, if it's romantic, just not being romantically involved, especially if this person does not have the same, values, or, if they have a lot of healing that they need to do, because you just don't need to put yourself through that type of emotional turmoil, right? And you don't want to also come into a certain space and dish out certain energy towards others as well. So I hope this message makes sense. The alarm went off again on the microwave. So this message is about to end anyway, so I'll just keep it here. All right, comment down below if you have any feedback.